Welcome to Sense and Nonsense A to Z, where we pick topics based off of the letter of the day. Today is episode 10 of season 3, featuring the letter J.
We're family and we're your hosts, AT and Z, so let's get started. Hey there, Z. Jambo.
Jumbo!
For people who don't know, it's Swahili, and it's spoken on the east coast of Africa in the Tanzania area.
Awesome.
Yeah, so how are things going with you?
Good. We had a really good 4th. It was
that's
really
good.
great. We watched the fireworks, and the kid was like over the moon about the fireworks this year. It was
That's
a lot of
sweet.
fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, there was one night I wasn't able to sleep, and I turned on the TV like in the middle of the night, and Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest were on. She said something weird, and I kind of looked it up. She said that she doesn't wash her jeans. She puts them in the freezer. Have you ever heard of that?
Actually, I have. Yeah.
And biochemist in Delaware, in the University of Delaware, who's an expert on microbes, said that, temperature drop will not kill bacteria. They will survive.
Yeah. Well, there is a school of thought that you're never supposed to wash your jeans.
Right.
But I don't know about you, but I do everything in my jeans. I sweat in my jeans, and therefore I will be washing my jeans. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and I have a recommendation for somebody like in between washes. The key is don't put them in your dryer.
Right.
Because the dryer is what kills your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So, save the freezer for food,
Yeah.
and, hang them inside out outside.
I know. I've never done the freezer thing.
Oh, man.
It doesn't make sense to me. I want my clothes to be clean.
Right. I mean, what are you going to do if they're soiled?
I have
just throw them in a freezer?
Ugh, yeah. No.
I never heard of that before.
There's a whole bunch of weird jeans lore.
Yeah, jean lore.
But that was never something that interests me. But in England, they don't even attempt to dry jeans like that. They never go into, they call them tumble dryer. They never go in the tumble dryer. None of the jeans. When we were living there, they have radiators,
Yeah.
And
you just lay them on a radiator.
All the jeans would be lined up all over the house on all the radiators, from little guys when he was, just a few months old, to ours. It'd just be jeans everywhere.
Yeah.
And that was actually the best.
Yeah, I never put them in a dryer. I hang them.
Yeah.
Well, that's true with all my clothes, actually. I don't put any of my clothes in the dryer.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You have a setup for it, though. I don't really have a setup for it.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into our content, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to make a donation to help keep our podcast going, we'd love your support. And you can find the link to do so in the description of our episode.
Awesome. Oh, and by the way, do visit our videos on YouTube.
Our videos on YouTube are really rad. AT works very hard to put those together. Thank you. Huge shout out to Bitmoji, because they're fun and they're hilarious. They're really great. Yeah. So if you haven't seen us on YouTube yet, check that out.
Ready for the quote of the week?
I am.
Your greatest joy definitely comes from doing something for another, especially when it is done with no thought of something in return. And that quote was from John Wooden. And for people who don't know, he was one of the best and most famous college basketball coaches. He coached for UCLA.
Awesome. Do you find this to be true?
Absolutely.
Let's go beyond normal.
Okay.
One of the things that I've always loved to do for people is to pay for them without them knowing it or expecting it. And I mean strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Paying for someone behind me in line, or if someone catches my eye when I'm in a restaurant, just unexpectedly picking up their bill anonymously.
Right.
So they're completely off the hook for feeling they have to do a single thing in return, not even say thank you.
Yeah.
That they just can feel that someone in the world noticed them and thought they were worthy enough of something unexpectedly nice happening to them. Sometimes I've already left before they find out, but sometimes I see the waiter give them the news And I make sure to tell the wait staff to keep quiet about it. I want it to be anonymous. One time they messed up and told them who it was, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I felt so bad. This poor woman just stood at my table and thanked me for like 10 minutes. I'm like, it's cool. It's cool.
This is not what I wanted.
Yeah, no. So I make sure to reiterate, I don't want them to know. But if I happen to still be there and I watch them go through the emotions of it, and it's kind of all the same thing. At first, they're confused. They're like, what? Someone paid for me? Yeah. And the waiter's like, yes. And then they're like, who? And the waiter's like, they wish to remain anonymous and just for you to enjoy your day. And then the flush happens. And then they thank the waiter and they say thank you. And then the smile starts. Then they start to get really happy. And the waiter says, you're very welcome. Have a great day. And they walk away. And then you watch it and the smile gets bigger and bigger, and they're thinking about the fact that this great thing just happened. Right. And then they leave a huge tip for the waiter,
hopefully.
And they always do. I've never seen somebody not leave a huge tip. Even if I've already tipped them, they tip the wait staff again. And I love this, and this is what makes me even happier, because now all that joy is being multiplied. I'm happy because the person's happy. The wait staff is always happy when I do. Whenever I say, I want to do this, whatever, they change instantly. They're
of course,
happy
it makes their
it.
day, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Then they're happy watching the recipient get happy. And I just love it. It's truly one of the best feelings in the world, because it has changed not just my day, but it has changed at least 3 people's day. And then I know it's changing the entire wait staff, because that waiter or waitress goes and they tell everybody else that this just happened. And it just brings everybody up. It just elevates everybody. So I really do find this to be true. It is the greatest joy to do something for somebody and expect nothing in return. And when other people witness that, or they are the recipient of that, it just multiplies everything out into the world.
Great story.
Okay, do you have a top 10 list?
I do. Highest paying jobs in the U.S.
Ooh.
And this is according to Indeed.com.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, cardiologists. And I'm going to round this off. $351,000 a year. Number 2, anesthesiologist, orthodontist, psychiatrist, number 4. Number 5, surgeon. Number 6, periodontist. Number 7, a physician. And the average national salary for a physician is $202,000. Then comes dentist, number 8.
Wow.
I didn't think that dentist was up that high. $196,000. Number 9, internal medicine physician. Number 10, obstetrician.
Where are all the other professionals, like lawyers and architects?
They were like in between the 10 and 20. It was all medical that was 1 to 10.
I'm really surprised by that.
I am too. Yeah. I mean, I knew anesthesiologists made a lot of money. I knew that.
Yeah. And I mean, anytime you're cutting somebody open, you better be highly skilled.
Yeah, cardiologist, absolutely.
I get that,
but
so.
yeah, but so that's our top 10. In this case, it's highest paying jobs in the U.S.
All right.
A to Z headlines. So the first thing I have, during the 4th of July weekend, while President Biden and his family were away at Camp David, a Secret Service agent found a powdery white substance in a Ziploc bag during his rounds of the White House West Wing. And this was on Sunday evening. So they evacuated the area, sent the substance in to be tested, and it came back that it was cocaine. So apparently this area is like a common area that visitors are asked to leave, like their cell phones, their pocketbooks, and apparently their drugs.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm sure they'll figure out who did this with all the cameras,
goodness.
Yeah. And, with the writer's strike, you got to know that Colbert, Kimmel, and Fallon would have had a field day with this story.
Of course.
Okay, second thing I have is Aleph Aeronautics. They're based out of Santa Clara, California. is the first company to receive a special airworthiness certification from the FAA for the first flying car.
What?
It's called a Model A, and the approval is under experimental status. The certifications limit the locations and purpose where the vehicle is allowed to fly. So it's 100% electric, it's drivable on public roads, has a vertical takeoff and landing, and can carry 1 to 2 occupants.
Awesome.
So it's now available for pre-order, and take a guess what the approximate cost is going to be.
500,000.
You're close. 300,000. Yowza.
Yeah.
Yowza.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's always with any new technology. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
When the DVDs came out, it was like, what's $700, $800 for a DVD player?
Yeah, that's
It was ridiculous.
I know.
Now they're like $49.95.
TVs.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They were a couple thousand. Now
Absolutely.
you could get like 100-inch for a couple thousand, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so the third thing I have is, what the heck is going on with these roller coasters?
I don't know. Scary.
We have the one in Charlotte, North Carolina, that amusement park called Carowinds.
Mm-hmm.
Had a huge crack.
Crack.
In the support pillar. Did you see the video? When the cars went by, that crack opens up. It was like,
oh my God, it's so scary.
So scary. Yep.
A customer is the one who discovered it and notified the fire department.
Yeah, the father of the kids who rode it, I think 6 times.
Oh my
He's the
God.
one who discovered it and took a movie of it.
It's ridiculous. They don't even inspect their own business.
And they were saying that this got inspected like weekly or something like that.
right.
Bull.
Right.
Then the other one that just happened is at the Forest Country Festival in Crandon, Wisconsin. A roller coaster got stuck upside down.
Great. Fantastic.
And 9 passengers were treated by medical staff, of which 1 had to get transported to the hospital. And they were upside down for about 3 hours. The last one that was rescued was 3 hours.
That is absurd.
And I saw the video on that. An older guy, he was just kind of like laying on a chair, like on his back kind of thing. That's the position that he was in. But for the person who was totally upside down, that had to be hell.
Absolutely.
That had to be hell. And I'll tell you what, if I was like one of the other people, I would say, go get that person first.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe they couldn't.
That person was the highest one of the bunch,
Oh
whoever
my
was
God.
totally upside down. So scary.
What a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't do roller coasters.
Yeah. I
know,
don't
do you?
do certainly not those kind.
Yeah.
I do like the ones that I can get away with doing with my son that are not too intense because I don't like them. I don't like them.
Don't like them either.
I don't like
Plus-
the feeling of them. And
Plus, I got motion sickness anyway. So
Yeah, I don't-
I'm not
yeah.
a big roller coaster.
yeah, I'm not a
kind of
fan
person.
of that. We do the ones where it stays upright on the track
Yeah.
or it goes around, you know, those ones that go around. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of
little
thing.
hills.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, he's fine, and I'm like screaming my brains out. No thanks.
I'm sure that's going to be the last time those people take a roller coaster ride.
It always worries me when it's like to pop up the fairs and stuff like that, you know. But for an actual theme park to have that happen, that is very scary.
Yeah.
There you're going in there with a level of confidence that they are being inspected regularly, that they're being maintained properly and everything, and just this is very scary.
This is a business, you know.
Absolutely, you know, it's not just the traveling fair, you know.
Yeah.
So, sheesh.
Yeah. So that's what I have.
Okay. Okay, on to the Big Bang Therapy checklist. Season 4, episode 11, The Justice League Recombination.
I love this episode.
Me too. Me too.
Love it. And I've seen it so many times, especially like in the last week. Because I knew we were going to do this one.
Yeah.
So, oh, man.
It's
so
such a good one. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Penny starts dating Zach again. And the guys enter a New Year's Eve costume party at the comic book store and convince Zach and Penny to take part to make the Justice League a little bit more convincing instead of Leonard being Superman. and Raj being Wonder Woman.
Right.
So we open up and the guys are playing the Mystic Warlords of Ka card game. And there's so much food around. There's Cold Stone Creamery, but they can't use Cold Stone as a trademark, so it says Old Stone on it.
Oh.
They have the C and the E blocked out. They have Milk Duds, Red Vines, Swiss rolls, chips. The table is just littered with stuff. A knock on the door comes, and it's Penny because she has Leonard's Science magazine in her mailbox. And Zach is with her. And he goes, check it out. It's all about planets this month. And he taps the cover. And Leonard goes, that's an atom. And he goes, agree to disagree. It's like, that's the great thing about science. There's no one right answer.
And all the guys look at each other.
So Penny's like, let's go. And he's like, wait a minute. I want to talk science with the science dudes.
And Howard says, the science dudes want to talk science with you.
Yeah.
Oh, the starfish thing.
Oh my God. He's like, I saw on the Discovery Channel that if you kill a starfish, it just comes back to life. And Sheldon goes,
There's a starfish wearing boxers.
She might have been watching Nickelodeon.
You know, and I got to tell you, Sheldon has so many good lines in this episode.
Oh, lots of them. And and a couple rapid fire ones here. Yeah. If we go line for line, we'll be here forever. But basically, they are making fun of Zach for being stupid. And he eventually does catch on. And he says, you're inferring that I'm stupid. And Sheldon's like, no, we were implying it. You then inferred it. So he gets upset. And he's like, all right. And he leaves. And Penny's not happy about this.
No.
Not at all. She's like,
no, she reams him.
Yeah. You know, for guys who've been bullied their whole lives, you can be real jerks, you know. And she leaves. And Howard's like, no, I know bullying. He left unswirly and his ass crack was underpants free.
I know we're going to come back to the cringeworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I really kind of don't have a cringeworthy moment in this whole thing.
I was reaching for one too. And
I did too. And it's here.
Yes. When he gets upset and he leaves. That's one of my cringeworthy moments because I feel like usually he's so good natured and I really don't want his feelings to be hurt, you know, and this is a little bit of a cringe. Leonard enlists the guys because he might get punched to come over and apologize. And they do. And he says, you know, we're just giving you a hard time. We don't mean anything by it. That's what we do. We kid around. And he calls Sheldon a praying mantis. Sheldon's like, that's very hurtful. He's like, see? It's like, I don't know. That was pretty mean. And then Sheldon goes, Milk Dud?
Milk Dud? Which is my laugh out loud moment. This whole Milk Dud thing.
Because it's the most apologetic of all the candies. And he's like, oh, I love Milk Duds. Okay, we're cool.
But before that is another laugh out loud moment for me. When they go to Penny's.
Mm-hmm.
And Leonard knocks 3 times. And then Sheldon says, Penny. That was a laugh out loud for me.
There are so many.
Yes.
There are really so many in this
episode.
The
Milk Dud thing. And then when he wants to go to the comic book store with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Penny says, you're ditching me to go to the comic book store? And he goes, you're mad at me? She goes, I'm not happy. And then Sheldon whispers to Zach, and Zach says, Milk Dud? That was a laugh out loud moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
There are so many. I mean, when they get to the comic book store and Stuart comes up to them and he goes, you guys finally chip in for a bodyguard?
That's my favorite line in the whole episode.
This episode from start to finish is phenomenal. Of course,
phenomenal.
The celebrity appearance is Brian Thomas Smith as Zach. Right. And I'm listing him as the celebrity appearance because he is a reoccurring guest.
Yes.
I'm not counting Stuart though, because even though at this point he's still a guest star, he's one of the gang. So there are so many good moments. Like when Sheldon asks Zach, how would you like to be Superman? And he goes, I don't know. It's a lot of responsibility.
How about when they go there and he's looking for the Archies?
Yeah. I mean, and then he gets the Archies and he's like, I've got my Archie, my Betty and Veronica, and my Jughead. I'm all set for my weekend number 2s.
It's so good. The whole episode. This is excellent.
I mean, he's just completely fantastic. As a matter of fact, even just thinking about it right now, my eyes are in like little slits and my face is starting to hurt from smiling so much.
So
He's
funny.
so good. He's so good. So Zach is totally on board, and they go home and they can try and convince Penny that she's going to be Wonder Woman. They're going to spend New Year's Eve at the comic book store, and
and it's
Leonard's
a competition.
Pissed, and Leonard's pissed because he's not going to be Superman, so he wants to be Green Lantern. And Raj is now pissed because he's got to be Aquaman, and Aquaman sucks.
And that's our catchphrase.
Absolutely. Aquaman sucks. I said it before and I'll say it again. Aquaman sucks. You know, he's so pissed. Here's another catchphrase, all right?
Okay.
Howard comes in, he busts in, and he goes, "I'm Batman."
Right.
In the deep Christian Bale Batman throat voice. And then Sheldon's pissed off because they're late, and he's been pacing rather rapidly because he's the Flash.
Hey, I'm the Flash.
That's right. And he's like, Batman would have called and said he was going to be late. He's like, we had to walk. I couldn't fit Raj on the scooter. And then Raj comes in
with that stupid costume. It's
so
like
bad.
of all the Aquaman costumes that you can come up with.
Well, at this point, there was no Aquaman movie yet. No really good Jason Momoa Aquaman movie. So this was the costume for Aquaman then. Yeah, wow. It was terrible. This is a huge seahorse. I mean, that is a serious laugh out loud moment when he comes in. And then my other laugh out loud moment is off screen. Zach says, "Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane." And then he jumps into the apartment and he's got his hands on his hips and he goes, "I forget the rest." It just kills me every time. I'm just dying.
Yeah.
I love it so much. All right. So
then Penny walks in. She's not wearing her black wig.
No.
So, and of course, Sheldon is beside himself.
Yeah. And Howard goes, this is a cringe moment for me. He goes, "Don't worry, nobody's going to be looking at her wig."
Yeah.
She is really full in this costume.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a little bit of a cringe-worthy moment.
A little bit, yeah.
And then she's like, "Forget it, I'm not going." And she takes off. Sheldon goes over there and he's knocking like crazy, going, "Penny, Penny, 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 Penny." And she opens the door. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, I'm a Flash. I just knocked 30,000 times.
Too funny.
So that's the idiosyncrasy.
Yeah.
Or at least one of them. And the other one is, you know, when he can't let things go. When Zach is like, "I haven't been to a comic store in literally a million years." And he's like, literally a million years. You know?
Or how about when he tells Penny when she doesn't want to wear the wig, there's no I in Justice League.
Oh my God.
The guys look at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's great about it is in that moment, Howard goes to correct him and Sheldon's like, no. He's making our case for us.
Yeah, he's making our case.
So Leonard does wind up convincing Penny to go.
Yes.
And they do. And she's got the wig on.
Yes.
And they do win the costume contest.
And that was another good moment.
It's a good moment. But hang on, before you say this moment, the Spock alert is there's a Spock figurine behind Stuart at the comic book store when he is announcing the contest winner. So the costumes are thus: Sheldon is the Flash, Leonard is Green Lantern, Raj is Aquaman, Howard is Batman, Zach is Superman, Penny is Wonder Woman, and Stuart is Doctor Who. He looked good as Doctor Who too. It looked really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead with your moment.
But what was funny is that Stuart announced that the winner was the Justice League of America, and everybody's looking at each other because
they're all dressed that way.
Yeah. So they're all looking at each other, waiting for which one. That was funny.
Yeah. Okay, so at the party there was a huge spread of food too, so there was lots of food.
Yeah.
Howard, in the beginning, his belt buckle is an on or a power button.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool.
Yes, like a yellowish gold.
Yeah. There's no whiteboard in this one.
Right.
So let me ask you, who do you love most in this episode?
Okay. It's between Sheldon and Zach.
Uh-huh.
And I got to give it to Zach.
Yeah, I give it to Zach 100%.
Okay.
Because everything that has to do with him. Everything that comes out of his mouth is funny.
Everything is funny.
Yeah, he steals this one.
Yes.
It doesn't happen every time he's a guest star, but he steals this one for sure. Even as funny as Sheldon is in this one, and he really is.
He's really good in this one.
I gotta give it to Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a great episode. I know we've said that before, but I was so happy when we decided to do this episode.
Me too.
I mean, it's just a wonderful one. And also it's really poignant because you realize that Penny still loves Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
Know at this point that they just belong together. So.
Sure.
So it's a good one. Mm-hmm. So that was season 4, episode 11, The Justice League Recombination. And the envelope, please.
It's that time.
Word game, letter J.
Got my pen, got my paper, ready to go.
Okay, you first.
All right. Okay. Letter J. Writer.
Journalist.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where's the applause? We should have a little applause going.
I know, right? Little clap track.
Yeah.
Senior.
Junior.
Yay.
Oh, yay. It's going to be a little tricky. Okay. Trebek.
Jeopardy.
Yes. I knew I couldn't say game show. Game show's 2 words, right?
2 words, yeah.
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 Right. You got it.
Oh my goodness. Horsey?
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 What's the opposite of horsey? I don't know. Jump.
Rider.
Jockey.
Yes.
All right. That was 4. Horsey.
I was hoping you were go horsey and jockey. No such luck. Needed 2 on that one.
No. All right. Next one. Blues.
Jazz.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Clown.
Joker.
Fool.
Jester.
Yes.
All right. That's a 4.
Could have been either one of those words. I mean, they're all interchangeable, basically.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Santa.
Jack Frost.
Oh. No. Happy.
Jolly.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So that's a 4.
Yeah. Jolly.
You had Jolly too?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
wow.
was just Jolly. Yeah. Oh. Cleaner.
Joy.
Person.
Janitor.
Yes.
Okay. That's a 4. I thought you meant like a product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Sprinkles.
Jimmy's.
Yes. All right. You got it.
Okay. Amazon.
Jungle.
Yes.
All right.
Very good.
Wow. Because you got to know what the first thing I thought of was going, what can I buy on Amazon with a J?
Probably a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. 46.
All right. That's our magic number, I think.
I think it is.
Nice job, AT.
You too.
Let's discuss our Desert Island playlist.
Here we go.
This week's artist is Joan Jett.
Yay. Love her.
Yes, me too. So, do you have a prediction?
I almost want to say 3.
Me too.
Okay, let's go with that.
Okay.
Do you think we're going to match our honorable mention too?
I don't know about the honorable mention, but I think 1, 2, and 3 we got locked.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, I love rock and roll.
Number 1, baby.
You know, there's almost no doubt that has to be number 1, right?
Of course, yes.
I mean, if it's not number 1 on everybody's list, then there's something wrong with you. I question your sanity. I question your taste.
And with that song, there needs to be a little bit of an update because you can't just put a dime in a jukebox, baby.
Not for a long time.
No.
Not even, I don't even know if it's still a quarter. Is it even still a quarter?
I don't even know. But the guy next to the jukebox, he can't be 17 anymore.
No.
You're going to have to say like 70.
Because there aren't even that many jukeboxes around anymore.
And if you're talking about somebody who's 17, it's not going to be a good thing.
No.
You know.
But considering when this song was written,
I know. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and it still rocks in any event.
It does.
All right. So number one, we're 1 for 1.
Okay.
Okay. What's your number 2?
I hate myself for loving you.
Oh, that's my number 3.
Okay. And I have a feeling my number 3 is your number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's still a great song.
Yep.
And we still matched on it, just not in the same order.
Yep.
I love this song, even though it's a terrible song.
Oh,
like,
I know the song you're going to
lyrics.
say. Yeah.
But it's just,
It rocks.
it's a great song to sing.
Yeah. It's like an anthem song.
So much
Come on.
fun. Yeah.
Go ahead. Say it. Say it.
I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
Love that song.
Me too. And so
There's a lot of meaning to that song and why she wrote it and et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it's a good song.
it's a great song. So we matched all 3.
There you go. Now let's see if we're going to match our honorable mention. Now that's the key here.
My honorable mention is Light of Day.
Not mine.
Crimson and Clover?
No.
Oh.
That's a remake anyway. And you
Yeah.
said you didn't want to do remakes.
Well, I've done
you
it.
just-
I did a remake with
I did one with the and I did one with that's right, you did. And I did one with the Clash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's Do You Want to Touch?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good desert island song.
It is. But it's an honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I love Light of Day because I have an emotional involvement with that.
I like that song too.
Yeah.
It's not a song that's played very often.
No,
either.
it's not. But I love that movie. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I know what you mean.
emotional involvement.
Yeah.
Do you agree with our picks? We'd love to hear what your choices would be. So leave us a comment below on YouTube or our Facebook page, Sense and Nonsense A to Z, and let us know which 3 songs by Joan Jett you would put on your Desert Island playlist.
Okay, so before we get into A to Z sports, I was watching our last episode, watching the YouTube. You know how we talked last time about the Tiger Golf League?
Yeah.
And it's going to be on Monday nights starting in January. Because we were saying about the NFL Monday nights. Well, NFL Monday nights stop in December. And in January, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't put it together until I was watching our video. So just like, I can't believe I didn't catch up on that.
Well, that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah,
then.
exactly. So in January, the NFL is just playoff Saturdays and Sundays. So that makes sense that they're going to do this Tiger Golf League on Monday night. So
there you go. There you go. On to sports.
All right. So the first thing I have is after a 3-year hiatus, champion gymnast Simone Biles is ready to come back. She's all set to compete in August at the U.S. Classic Championships in Chicago. So it's been 3 years for her.
Wow.
When she had the twisties during the Olympics, it's a mental thing. You just don't know where the sky is, where the ground is, and it was scary, you know?
I think it was all brought on by stress.
Absolutely.
There was so much stress on her. The expectations of her were so inhumanly high that she could not make a mistake. And so her mind said, you know what? This is going to kill you. I'm taking you out of this altogether.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the brain does. Its job is to protect you. Its job is to do what it thinks you wanted to do. And you could see she was buckling under that pressure, under that stress. And it manifested as the twisties, which is a very scary and real thing for a gymnast.
Yeah, poor thing. And of course, she's been through this mental health journey publicly too. So she has her sights on the 2024 Olympics. So good for her. She's doing a comeback. All right. Sadly, ESPN just laid off a whole bunch of commentators. 20
Really?
of them. Yeah. And 4 of them were long timers. Susie Colbert, she was with ESPN for 27 years.
Wow. What's the reason?
They needed to cut costs, and this is what they've determined. Steve Young, 49er legend. He's been kind of with them since 1999. Former NBA coach and sideline analyst Jeff Van Gundy since 2007. Jalen Rose, NBA player and NBA studio analyst since 2012. So other notables were Max Kellerman, Keyshawn Johnson, Matt Hasselbeck, and Chris Chelios. I mean, that's a real big shakeup. Sad.
I guess they're not doing well.
I'm a little surprised. But anyway, okay, on a brighter note, New York Yankee pitcher Domingo Germán threw 99 pitches, 9 strikeouts for a perfect game.
Good for him.
Against the Oakland A's. So he retired all 27 batters, no walks. That constitutes a perfect game. And in the 154-year history of MLB, there's only been 24 perfect games.
That's rarefied air there.
It really is. So the last one was on August 15th, 2012. That's how long it's been. Yeah.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
On a side note, MLB, the Home Run Derby is tonight.
Fun.
And of course, the All-Star game is tomorrow. So Pete Alonso from the New York Mets is going for his 3rd Home Run Derby.
Right. I remember you saying last year.
He just missed out.
Yeah.
So he's going for his 3rd, and only one other person has won 3, and that was Ken Griffey Jr. So we will be watching. And
Well, you will be.
I will be, yeah. Not you.
Not me.
By the way, Wimbledon, are you watching that? Because that's going on right now.
Nah.
No.
I don't watch stuff like that anymore.
If you were in England, you'd go.
I would go, but
that would be cool, right?
It would be very cool. Now, when I was a kid, my dad was very into tennis. Well, he was very into all sports, but he really liked tennis too. And I mean, we used to watch, Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe and Martina Navratilova and Chrissy Everett and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I grew up watching that. It's not necessarily that I don't like it. It's just that it doesn't really factor into my day anymore. There's just a different priority shift for me now.
Sure.
So, I mean, I used to watch freaking NASCAR every Sunday. You know what I mean? It's just my life is so different now that I just...
Yeah, sports aren't just a priority.
I mean, honestly...
They are for me.
But it almost doesn't matter what it is. I don't generally watch regular TV at the time that it's airing either. I fill it in my gaps with streaming services and stuff. So I hardly watch anything as it airs except like Jeopardy. And even that I don't get to catch all the time, so.
And that's a sport.
It is. It's a sport of the mind. And plus you got to click real fast. You got to know when to click that sucker.
Got to exercise that thumb.
You got to beat him on the buzzer.
Right. So that's what we have for sports. Okay, so I came up with this new idea.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now, within a minute, all of these have to do with famous shacks. And I'm going to give you clues. All right?
All right.
You ready? Because you're good at names. I suck at them. Okay. This is why I'm giving you the clues. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the timer. Okay, go. City Slickers.
Jack Palance.
Right. School of Rock.
Jack Black.
All right, good. The next one is guitarist. He was in a band with his sister.
Jack White.
Yes. The Joker.
Jack Nicholson.
Yes. The golfer. My dad's name.
Jack Nicholas.
Yes. Fast food.
Jack in a Box.
Right. You could say pass, by the way. Bourbon, sour mash.
Jack Daniels.
Yes. John Krasinski, action guy.
Jack Ryan.
Right. Johnny Depp.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Let's see. President.
Jack Kennedy.
Yes. Okay. Serial killer in London.
Jack the Ripper.
Right.
Is that time?
Yeah, time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
Do I get credit for the Ripper?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I did a little explanation in the meantime, and I really shouldn't have done that. You could pass. You kind of knew that you could pass, right? That was my fault.
It's all right. That's fun.
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that again.
Yeah. Okay, so our new game, 10 and 60.
10 and 60.
Right. Okay. We're going to
Yeah,
give this a whirl.
Let's give it a shot and see how it works.
Okay.
So do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to hit the buzzer.
All right. What's the category?
Today's category is jewelry.
Oh, okay.
All right.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah. It's a girly thing, right?
Well, I don't
Okay.
think necessarily, but
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
I definitely like it.
Me too. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, white stones.
Diamonds.
14 karat.
Gold.
Yes. You wear it on your clavicles.
Necklaces.
Yes. You wear it on your finger.
Ring.
Okay. Yours is the emerald. Mine's amethyst.
Birthstone.
Right. You wear these on your lobes.
Earrings.
Right. And this gets worn very tight on your neck.
Choker.
Yes. It's a clock for your wrist.
Watch.
Right. It's a dangly thing for your wrist.
Bracelet.
Yes. Not gold, but
Silver.
yes, we got it.
Woo!
20
I would rock
20
on pyramid, baby.
20 seconds to spare.
I would rock on pyramid.
Very good.
I'm doing the Hulk right now, dear listener.
She's flexing her muscles.
All right, but you've got to keep the timer from.
Okay.
Okay, you got to keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me reset this.
Okay, the category is jazz club.
Jazz club.
Jazz club.
Okay.
Ready?
No. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Go.
These are the people who play.
Band.
Yes. This is a server.
Waiter.
The female.
Waitress.
You get your drinks here.
At the bar.
Yes. This is a 1920s singer.
Oh,
They had a dress.
a flapper.
Yes. This is you play the keys.
Pianist. Piano.
Yes. This is played upright.
Bass guitar.
Yes. Yes.
Bass. A trumpet. Trombone.
Yes. These are the people who come in and pay.
Guest, visitors, customers.
Customers.
Okay.
This is a person that makes your drinks.
Bartender.
Yes. These are the things you sit at.
A stool.
You sit
Desk.
at.
Sit at.
Sit at in a jazz
Table.
club. Yes.
Table.
Yes. These are the things you are served. Cocktails.
Drinks.
Yes.
There it
10.
is.
1,
60.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yes, got it. Actually got
Phew.
11. Woo! I had an
I
extra.
had a bonus.
Ooh, that's hard.
That is hard.
That's fun though.
Yeah.
Jazz club.
That was one of our words too.
Mm.
And
I know that was pure coincidence that happened.
J word.
Yeah. So that was 1060. Are you prepared to answer my deep questions?
Here we go.
Okay. Number 1, would you rather eat Japanese food or Jamaican food?
Jamaican man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really don't like Japanese food or Chinese food. No. Yeah.
I gotta go Japanese because Jamaican is spicy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
Well, you tell them lighten up on that spice, please.
I would tell them no spice, and they would be like, "Oh,
We can't do that, man.
I know." All right. Well, since we were just talking about this, what is your favorite piece of jewelry?
You mean one of the ones that I own already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yours.
I have. Okay. All right. I have a really nice amethyst and diamond necklace. It's my favorite piece. It's
nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mine's my thumb ring.
Is that your favorite?
It's my favorite. I've been wearing it since I was 15 years old.
You're kidding me. I didn't
Nope.
realize it was.
Yep. That's it. That one right there.
That's cool.
I know. Through
Very
everything
Yeah.
that's been there.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Because of you, I actually got myself a thumb ring.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a little with a Greek key. you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. $15.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Number 3. Have you ever served on a jury?
No. I've gone to jury duty and sweating it out because I did not want to get picked. I was just so busy at the time. It was just going to devastate me if I got picked. You know? And then when they picked their numbers, everybody else got dismissed. I was like, oh, thank God. You know? And then they had called me for jury duty like 2 weeks later. I'm like, excuse me. I already, served my time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, but how about you?
I have never, and I just got a summons.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I'm juror number 40.
Oh,
so I'm gonna
man.
have to, because the kid's not in school right now, I'm gonna have to get out of it.
Yeah.
But
of course.
what's drives me crazy is I just had one not a few months ago, and I didn't get picked. I called and we weren't anywhere near my number, and I was willing to serve then, but now I can't. And they sent me another one, and this is after I had never prior to gotten a summons in my life in any of the states I lived in, and now I've gotten 2 in like 6 months.
Wait a minute. I think you can get out of it because they sent one to you too quickly.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Look into
But
that
it
because
doesn't matter. I have a legitimate reason anyway.
you do.
know.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But yeah, I thought that was so interesting. I'm like, here I am. I haven't gotten one in my entire adult life, and then I get 2 in 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. Now this one's a little bit deeper. Is there anything that you are jaded about?
Plenty.
Okay. What is the thing you are most jaded about?
Oh man, I'd have to really think about that.
Well, that's why it's a deep question.
Yeah, it's really
I've been
deep.
throwing you all these softballs these last couple of weeks, and they make you think now.
No, I should have said no. Nothing jaded. No, I'm good. Nothing. You know what? You know what? I changed my mind. It'll make it easier. I'm jaded about nothing.
I'm jaded about that answer.
There you go. Okay, why don't you go first?
I think, they probably go hand in hand for me. The political system, the way it's set up, is something that really bothers me. I don't think that people are represented properly, number one. But the education system, the way the education system works, especially for kids with autism, just makes me demoralized. And to know that basically 1 in 40 have autism, and that means that a huge percentage of the children that are going to school are just not getting what they need in terms of education, not getting what they need in terms of helping them lead independent, fully functioning, creative lives.
Okay, I've got
hard.
one.
Okay,
I've got one. The healthcare system.
It's tough. That's tough too.
That is tough.
These are huge systems, and they're so complex, and there's so many factors. And it's hard not to be jaded about them, and it's also hard to know how to fix them.
Because you and I can't fix it.
No. And it requires such an overhaul that it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's a hard question.
It is a hard question, yeah.
Just knowing what those things are, I think, are important. Okay, number 5. What is the hardest journey you've had to make?
Boy, these are getting deep.
Yeah.
Okay. When I left corporate America, that was a tough journey to go on with my next career, which was real estate. So it took a while, and it took a market to change. And then once the market changed, then it kind of blossomed from there. But that was probably my toughest journey in life. How about you?
I think I'm in it currently.
I'm in it now.
Yeah. I think
doing podcasts.
This one right here is really
it's a tough
hard
journey. Yeah, it is.
Not this one.
Right.
But the whole parent thing is hard.
Oh, I can imagine.
Being a parent of a kid with autism is harder. And then doing that by yourself is even harder. So I think right now, this is the hardest. This last good decade.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit more has been really challenging, really. I mean, gratifying.
Sure.
But very challenging. Everything is on me every single day. I think that's the hardest.
Yeah.
Those are the deep questions.
Ooh, they were deep too.
Up to our necks in it today. Maybe I'll go easy on you for next week. We'll see what happens.
It's all right. I just needed to pause.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take a minute.
No, sometimes I need you to go first, is what it is.
Yeah. To get the ball rolling.
Get the ball rolling.
Get
exactly.
The
get
gears
the juices
moving.
flowing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for the red box?
It's getting thinner.
Let's do some table topics.
All right.
First one. What change would you most like to make for your health?
Oh, one that I'm working on right now. I am going to lose weight.
Oh, good
I'm
for you.
still carrying that extra pandemic weight. I got to lose it because I'm having trouble fitting into some of my clothes.
Me too. That's a high priority, but I think even beyond that is watching my sugar, watching how much sugar I intake.
I'm doing that too, by the way.
Yeah, because that can get out of control in a hurry. Yeah.
Oh, I love sugar.
I know.
I can live on sugar.
I know. I can't, but I can definitely overindulge. I definitely can.
Yep.
Okay, this one's interesting. Do you possess any of the qualities of your astrological sign?
Yes. Creativity.
Awesome.
What else? Let me check.
Let me pause.
Okay.
All right.
Had a chance to just look it up real quick. Progressive, original, independent, humanitarian. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so I definitely align. No doubt about it. How about you?
Communicative, witty, curious, funny, outgoing, but also could be an introvert as well. Like, you know, basically you can thrive in any environment because of our dual nature. So interested in relationships and how we relate to the world around us, focusing on communication. I suppose I do. Diplomatic yet fun, you know, usually an intermediary of some kind. And right now, even with my family, I am navigating a drama and I am the intermediary. So I would say yes, probably. Yeah. Good question.
Yeah. We needed a minute to look it up, but we got it.
Well, depending on what source you cite, they can give different traits. This should be a deep question. Would you choose to be the worst player on a winning team or the best player on a losing team?
Oh, we've had something similar to this.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's a tough question.
It is.
Because I do like winning, but I do like being the best. It's my nature, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to say I'd rather be the worst player on a winning team.
I can say with some certainty that I would choose to be the worst player on a winning team because I have been the worst player on a winning team. Being the best player on a losing team is very frustrating, and I have been that before as well. When I bowl, technically I am the worst player on our team. I do not bowl at the same level that some of the other people on my team bowl at.
And I'm going to say the time that I bowled is exactly this too. I was the worst player on a winning team.
Yeah. Even though my average is good, I'm still the worst player on a winning team.
Yeah.
you know, like I might have a 156, but the guys have 170s, 180s. Yeah. Joe has 213. So, I mean,
his average is 213.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Okay. One more?
Sure. Bring it on.
All right. What remains undone that you've wanted to get done for years?
I know exactly what it is.
Shall I pull out the list? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you have a list? And no, because I thought about this yesterday. So I have this bed set that I had gotten. I have a platform bed, so I don't need a bed ruffle. So what I was going to do is I was going to take the bed ruffle and make curtains out of it.
I remember you telling me about this.
This was a couple years ago.
Yes.
It's still waiting there for me. And I thought about this yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, when am I going to be able to get to that? Because I still want to do it. I have the rods, I have everything ready to go. I even have them cut. All I have to do is get out the machine. Bad. I know.
Yeah.
How about you?
There are probably so many things that I can't even think of one.
That was with me with the jaded question on your deep question.
I know.
Like there's so many that, you're jaded about. But
I know. You know what I really wanted to do? I wanted to clean out my garage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Oh, my God, my garage. And I had it in really good order. And then my ex-husband came over and he dug something out and everything it just went. And I haven't had the opportunity yet, or I haven't taken the opportunity yet, I should say more accurately, to take a weekend and just go through the whole thing. And it does need to be done.
Well, it can't be now because it's just way too hot.
Oh man, it's so hot. 97 degrees with like 98% humidity.
Yeah, it's an oven out there.
Yeah,
so.
it's nasty.
Yeah.
Are we all done with those?
Yeah, I say so.
Okay, so those were the table topics. Deep questions today.
Oh, I know.
All around.
Yeah, seriously.
Before we get going, I just want to mention real quick that Ryan Seacrest is confirmed to be replacing Pat Sajak on Wheel of Fortune.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I like him too, and I think that would be a good fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
I also heard that Vanna is trying to renegotiate her contract because there's a pay disparity. Pat gets paid $15 million a year, and she gets paid $4 million a year.
No kidding.
Now, to be honest, I don't think she deserves more than $4 million a year for what she does. She stands there and claps and touches some letters. Her job is basically redundant. They don't actually need her at all. Back
you
when
don't need a person.
No, back when she actually had to physically turn the letters, that's one thing.
Right.
But
all she does is touch them now.
Yeah, they're all LED. They just pop on their own.
Yeah.
So for her to be asking for more than $4 million, I think is a little bit rich. I mean, he's got to run that show. He's got to make it fun, even if the contestants are duds. He's got to do everything. He earns his money.
Yeah, he's got to think on his feet.
Absolutely. She does nothing but like smile and clap. And it's like, come on, Vanna. I love you, but no, you don't really need any more money than that. You're lucky you still have a job, okay?
Yeah, seriously.
So if you enjoyed this episode, remember to tell your friends and follow us on Facebook at Sense and Nonsense, A to Z, all one word. And wherever you're listening, please like our episodes and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit the notification bell.
Ding!
To get notified of each episode as it becomes available.
We appreciate you listening. With that, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.